All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video. It's Greg Doucette. I'm going to review Greg Doucette's video. He says Liver King and Abbew, this guy here, Abbew, is stupid 2 times. I don't know why he's saying that, but we'll find out. The Con Twins. Oh, man. He calls them the Con Twins. Eddie Abbew versus Liver King. Why would he be versus Liver King? This makes no sense, but okay, whatever.
Last year, the years prior, it was Liver King saying eat your liver and you're going to look like the Liver King. This year, the meme is Eddie Abbew. Coach Greg, in today's video.
Here's the problem. If anybody promotes or anybody talks about or promotes a natural diet, your natural diet, they're considered stupid 2 times more. But Greg Doucette, who promotes everything artificial and, garbage, artificial, man-made, engineered, whatever food, is actually normal. So who's more stupid? Those 2 or this idiot? Or the people that are actually listening to this goof?
Social media is fucking us up. This year, who's the worst to blame of all?
Hey, look, he's got the anabolic death book back there. Sugar, water, cellulose, and toxins. That's it.
People? Eddie Abbew. Eddie Abbew is the reincarnation of the Liver King. And by the end of the video,
Eddie Abbew has more brains than Greg Doucette will ever have. But Greg Doucette has outsmarted you. That's because none of you have any brains out there that listen to Greg Doucette. Because you're all brainwashed. Get it? He's just confirming your fake beliefs. Why would look, here's the thing. Why would he go against the grain, Greg Doucette? He wants to confirm your fake beliefs. If the way you were conditioned and brought up, why would he try to convince you, hey man, you need to eat a natural diet? No, just lower your calories and you'll lose weight and this and that, eating a fake diet, an artificial diet. He's just going to confirm your fake beliefs that artificial diets are good for you and anything natural is bad for you. And you'll probably see it his way too, because you're all fucking brainwashed.
some of you, you're going to hate me. I already know it. I can foresee the future. You already hate me right now.
No, we are not hating you. Absolutely not. No, Greg. We know you're confirming fake beliefs. Yes, we love you, Greg. You're amazing.
Oh, Eddie Abbew has the best messages. He says not to eat processed foods. Well, yeah, but almost everything else is...
He didn't say that. He said stop eating sugar. It's all sugar. Fruits, vegetables, these engineered man-made fruits and vegetables and these processed foods, they're all sugar, dude. That's what they are.
Well, ridiculous, redonkulous, ludicrous, you name it, it's something bad. And so I...
What is sugar, Greg? Is that a vitamin? Or is that, what is that exactly? What's a sugar? Is that like a nutrient? What is that? Is that a mineral or a vitamin? What is it?
highly encourage you to watch James Smith's social media calls up. He talks about it in detail. I'm specifically going to be focusing on Eddie Abbew and how all of you are being deceived.
Like Liver King people.
See, guys, they're he's going to focus on Eddie Abbew and how all of you are being deceived because Eddie Abbew says to eat natural food. But you're all being deceived. Get it? Because Greg Doucette needs to promote his death book. Have you eating sugar all day?
Flock to something.
So you could die faster than the last time. Yeah.
That must be novel, that must be superior to just exercising more and having a more balanced diet.
So do you not see the comparison?
Exercising is artificial. It's artificial.
The more out of the ordinary, the more ridiculous, the more crazy, the more it's not about just training harder than last time, diet and exercise, putting in the work, the more ridiculous.
Exercise is man-made. It's artificial. Doesn't exist in nature, exercise. There's just things that you're doing out there, that's all.
The more people want to listen to it. And so last year, the years prior, it was Liver King saying eat your liver and you're going to look like the Liver King. This year, the meme is Eddie Abbew. Eat meat and eggs, stay away from all things that are sugar, and everything is sugar. Quite literally, his words, not
Yeah, that's right. And what about it, Greg? What about it?
mine. Even fruit is in that list.
Hey, John Asraf here from the...
Quite literally, his words, not mine. Even fruit is in that list. And y'all eat it up and love it. Bread, rice.
Well, because it's true. It is all sugar. Look at all these. Look at the list here, man. It's all sugar. Bread is sugar. Rice is sugar. Pasta is sugar. Fruit is sugar. Cereal is sugar. It is. It's all sugar. I can prove it, too. It's all sugar. It is. It's all sugar. And I can prove that it's all sugar, too, as well.
pasta, fruit, cereal, all sugar. And you all eat it up. And if Coach Greg talks about it, well, he's just jealous. He just wants you.
It is all sugar. You want to see that? You want me to prove this? It's sugar. I can prove it's sugar, bro. Let's see. I have a post here somewhere proving that shit's sugar. I don't know exactly where I put it, but it's here somewhere. It's in my community section. What are the bad chemicals in sugar? Well, it tells you right here. These are the bad chemicals in sugar. I don't know if I posted any more stuff on sugar. Sugar is even present in the modern world and is estimated to be found in 75% of packaged food. It's also in your packaged food. It's all over the place. This short monograph focuses on refined processed sucrose and sugar. Okay, that's NCBI. So, how does sugar destroy the immune system? Well, sugar triggers a cascade of inflammatory responses with the body. Chronic inflammation can suppress the immune system, leaving us more vulnerable to infections. A high sugar diet can increase pro-inflammatory molecules, leading to compromised immune function over time. Yeah. Why is sugar so toxic to the human body, your liver? The abundance of added sugar likely contains fructose, high fructose corn syrup, damages liver, does a bunch of stuff, bro. It's pretty bad for you. It causes all kinds of chronic problems, diseases, conditions, whatever. Heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, and a bunch of other things. Chronic conditions like chronic diseases. So, okay, so let's find out if sugar, what sugar is. Well, white stuff. We know as sugar is sucrose, a molecule composed of 12 atoms of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen, and 11 atoms of oxygen. That's what sugar is, okay? So, what is carbohydrates made up of? Well, we're going to find out now. What is sugar molecule made up of? Sugars are molecules made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So they're all made up of the same stuff. And all carbohydrates are made of these sugars. So when he's trying to tell you that they're not the same. The bread, the pasta, and all that is not a sugar. It's all sugar because sugars are molecules made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. And all carbohydrates are made up of what? Of these sugar molecules. All carbohydrate molecules are made up of these sugar molecules, from single unit structures to very complicated chains. Sugars called monosaccharides are the most basic of the carbohydrates. So what are carbohydrates? All sugar. So whatever he says to you, it's all bullshit. You understand me? It's all sugar.
Attention. Or do I not want to just share the message
And it will destroy you.
I've been saying for years, talking about diet and exercise, what you can
Look, that's all sugar he's eating there. Everything he's eating there is all sugar. It's all sugar.
to be healthy. And so the world today now believes what Eddie Abbew is telling them.
Just because something looks colorful and nice doesn't mean it's healthy for you as a human. This asshole wants to confirm fake beliefs that he knows that you've been eating this all your life. So he just wants to confirm. In the back of your mind, you're trying to figure out, is this healthy or not? So he's going to convince you that it's healthy. You're eating healthy. Eating sugar is not healthy, dude.
The world, the science, it's all bullshit. It's all made up. Anything that you don't agree with, you just say it's shit and wait.
Look at his face. It's shit. It's getting older and older because of the sugar. The sugar is making his face age. He looks like he's 70 years old.
Cook up.
You may even recall that Eddie Abbew recently said that if you're depressed, it's because of
Here's another asshole who's getting old. Look at his face, and his hair is coming out. His face is really old because this asshole too is getting old because he's offended by Eddie Abbew because Eddie Abbew is promoting something natural. Anytime people promote anything natural, they're considered crazy now. See, in the world before, when it existed, if you were to promote any of this, they thought that you were crazy. But because it's such an artificial world, they think that anything that they do normal is crazy. See what I mean? Everything you're doing is artificial. Fitness and exercise, doing these weird things, that's all artificial. That's fake.
your diet. So if you're out there on antidepressants and you're thinking about ending it all, just eat meat and eggs, according to Eddie.
Literally.
Why are you on antidepressants? Do they exist in the natural world? Of course not. How did people deal with it? They weren't depressed. That's why. They ate a natural diet, didn't cause them any depression or anything. Didn't cause anything. They didn't have doctors back then. They have any antidepressants. They don't exist.
He said it. I'm not making this shit up, and y'all.
Who cares what that guy said? What is he, the foremost person on something? He's nobody. He's just some dude you pointed a camera to, thinking because he said something, well, it must be true, eh? Ha! What an
Eat
idiot.
it up. And when Coach Greg calls him out for having such horrendous advice, telling people who are perhaps ready to end it all, to not live on this earth, that all they have to do is change their diet, that's all that's wrong with them, eat it up. Coach Greg's a bad person for speaking about Eddie Abbew. Eddie Abbew's...
No, Coach Greg is an amazing person. He really cares about your health. That's why he's selling you an anabolic death book. That's all filled with sugar in it, because he cares about your health 100%, and he wants to promote you eating more of that sugar. Sure, of course. You don't want to eat, fuck that, man. You don't want to eat mackerel and eggs. Why would you want to eat that? There's no sugar in it, and there's no toxins in there, or fiber, which I guess humans can't digest. Cellulose, right? Okay.
Says to eat a bunch of eggs and meat and to stop eating processed foods is going to save your life. Everything about it. Probably cure cancer. But if I say,
Cure cancer? Will it cure cancer or get rid of it? I don't know. There's no sugar in it. What does sugar live on? I mean, what does cancer live on? Sugar, right? If cancer lives on sugar and that doesn't have any sugar in it, then I guess it may cure it, right?
science doesn't actually back it up. This is actually wrong based on what I've read in the literature on PubMed and so on. You also
What did you read in PubMed and literature and NCBI and all that, Greg? What is it? Please post it. Let's see. Show us. Don't just talk.
say, oh, but that's bought and paid for. And so, guys, really, what are we supposed to do?
Eddie comes from a background of extreme drug abuse as a very high-end bodybuilder.
Okay. He was a bodybuilder at the time. He took steroids. Okay. He doesn't do that anymore. He's retired. It was a job. He did it as a job. It wasn't anything he was doing for recreational purposes, that he went to a gym, he was working out. He did this as a job, but okay, so what?
And even though he was taking grams of gear a week and probably shortened his life by decades, he was...
I don't know. How do you know how many grams of gear he was taking a week? How do you know what the fuck he was doing? This guy doesn't know anything. He's just speculating everything. But what does that have to do with him being an artificial bodybuilder for his job? You're trying to take his job. What he was doing as a job is something bad because he's promoting a natural diet. What does that have to do with that? What does anything have to do with that? He's stupid.
And so that is the elephant in the room. I've talked about this in a number of videos.
You know, you see a lot of crazy people like this online. You get people like Goatis that tries to educate people on, you know, the vegan diet and all this and whatever, natural diets and things. Then you get asshole people that look into his background and they're like, well, his background is this. But what does that have to do with the message that he's putting out? I don't understand that. So because he has this weird background, the message doesn't count? Is that it? See what I mean? Okay, so Eddie Abbew, he was a bodybuilder, but he's retired. So he's talking about something totally different. He's talking about food. So what does that have to do with his fucking past, bodybuilding, his job? What does his job have to do with talking about food? Man, this makes no sense.
Eddie Abbew was literally an IFBB pro on the Olympia stage.
Yeah, so what? Greg Doucette was a drug dealer, guys. He was a drug dealer, and he cheated. He cheated at lifting and everything. They took away all his records. He has no records. All of you are fucking stupid on his channel, all you fucking minions. Because he lost all his records because he got caught. He was tested positive. There's even newspapers on it. He cheated at a bicycle thing. He didn't want to give a test. They tested him and they banned him from it. Okay? He was even banned. Not only that, he was banned from these events and a bunch of stuff. Because he's a cheat and a steroid. He's always cheating. He cheated his way through life. He's a manlet suffering from manlet syndrome who's cheated his way through life. He thinks he needs all these things so he could be somebody because nobody notices him or sees him. The only people that see him now, I guess, is on his channel, these minions.
This looked like the physique of a guy who was 100% natural, but you give him the pass. Give him the
What does that have to do with anything about food, dieting? Fuck.
pass. You don't give Coach Greg the pass.
Oh, but what about Coach Greg? Does this look like a natural body to you, fucking minions? Does his body look natural to you, assholes that are watching him out there? No, of course not. So what the fuck are you thinking? You want to buy his anabolic death book because he's promoting sugar? Yeah, okay. Lower your calories and you're going to lose weight. Give me a break, man.
Oh, you abuse steroids. You're on HRT. We can't listen to anything you say. And so when Eddie Abbew had to change his entire diet, that he can't properly process.
The endless cycle of people trying to build muscle in the gym, never building it, and the endless cycle of them trying to lose weight and then gaining it back because it's not based on lowering calories, sugar diets. It's based on being on your natural diet. If you're on a natural diet, you're not going to have any of these problems.
Carbs, sugars, and so on. That his blood work wasn't very good. He says it's from
Even building muscle, if you're on a natural diet, you're going to build a lot more muscle than you would be on an unnatural diet.
processed food and shit. Yet, do you really think he ate shit during his bodybuilding career? Or do you not think he had chicken, broccoli, and rice? And so he blames it on the rice. Rice is sugar. Oh, I had too many strawberries and blueberries and apples, bananas throughout my career, and that is...
Why does he keep showing him before he's retired? He's retired. He keeps showing him in the past. So what? Greg, you want us to bring up your past all the time, that you were a drug dealer and you got caught and everything, and you even sold fake steroids to people? It was in the newspaper how you wanted to you didn't want to even sell people real stuff. You wanted to give them fake stuff. So not only that, you wanted to rip them off with fake steroids and shit and all that. So what the fuck?
Why I'm not healthy in my 60s. That is why I have to eat meat and eggs. Or is it the steroids, growth hormone, and insulin? I'm asking you, which is it?
But someone that bodybuilds to that level and gets in them skimpy underwear to tense on stage to impress another bunch of blokes, they crave some sort of attention.
And
He was doing it as a job like Greg Doucette does. So what about Greg? He was doing it too, dude. I gotta talk about Greg as well doing that. He was on stage too, impressing a bunch of dudes.
so you really think that I just make videos about Eddie Abbew because I need the attention? That I need to get more...
Again, I have no idea what this has to do with him promoting a natural diet. They're diverting your attention to him fucking posing on a stage. I don't understand. And this guy keeps yakking about him taking gear, this, that, whatever. I have yet to hear where they're knocking the natural diet. Give me one piece of evidence, dude.
followers and so on. Do you really think I need the money? That I need more followers? You don't think I'm...
Yes, you do. That's why you're doing this. You want more followers and more money.
happy enough as I am? I'm doing the videos because this is what I do.
No, you're unhappy because you're unhappy with yourself because you were born a manlet.
It's what I do. I've been doing it for years. We like old Coach Greg back.
It's time to settle the real estate investing debate.
We like old Coach Greg back. Who? The Coach Greg that called out the BS in the fitness industry? And so is that not what I'm doing right now? And so are you not being hypocritical? We like the old Coach Greg, but when I am the old Coach Greg, you hate it.
True to his beliefs, or like Liver King, is this a ploy to grow his financial position to the best position possible?
And so you know that I sell cookbooks and supplements to make a living. Things like Geo2 Max, Ectobuilder, Turk Builder. And I speak exactly as to what they do to your body. I tell you like it is. I take this, I take that. I've been doing this for years. Did old Coach Greg not...
He's been doing this for years, selling you sugar and promoting an unhealthy diet and promoting chronic diseases. He's promoting diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and chronic diseases. He's promoting you to get sick. That's what he wants.
do that? I told you my cycles, Anavar versus Osterine versus this, the cycles I've been on.
Again, he's been telling you his cycles of drugs. The drugs that he's been taking, Osterine, Anavar, this, that, HGH, whatever. All this, the fake shit, the stuff that he's been injecting. You're listening to a drug dealer, a drug addict, injecting drugs on a channel, trying to promote an unnatural diet of sugar. Okay, great.
So on, what I was doing in details, did I not always do that? And so when I tell you what I'm doing right now...
No. You had to do that because you were caught. You're a drug dealer. You were caught. What are you going to do? Once you got caught as a drug dealer promoting steroids and you bodybuild on stage, you think we didn't know you took steroids? You competed in these events, in these steroid events. So it would be like funny for you to say that you were a natural. You think that we were that stupid?
140 milligrams of testosterone a week, HRT, as well as taking these supplements. You see me winning bike races and so on. And my
Plus, he's taking these unnatural supplements. Plus, he's doing these crazy bike races, and he's doing all this stuff. He's cheating because he's on steroid doing bike races, trying to beat people on steroids, right? It's obviously fake, so he's a cheater. So everything that he does here, it's all garbage. But all you people are so stupid. You love Greg Doucette because you're all failures. All you fucking people watching Greg Doucette are failures. All of you are failures. All of you minions that have subscribed to him and whatever and watching him, you minions, it's because you are a failure. And then you're going to come and say, and you're going to write in my comment section, oh, yeah, that's T, you hate it. JB, you hate it. You're a hater and all that. I'm not a hater, bro. I'm just putting out the truth. I guess the truth hurts.
not being honest. And so what about Eddie? Is Eddie not promoting a book? Does he not have a PDF that he's selling to make money? And so how is he any
Yeah, he's like you, Greg. So what? He's promoting books on whatever. I don't know.
different than me? He's making videos talking about what he feels like talking about, and you all are watching it and buying his project and making him rich. How is he different?
He's doing the same thing that you're doing. Only you're promoting an unnatural diet, and he's trying to promote a natural diet. So which one's better? The one that's promoting the unnatural diet or the one that's promoting a natural diet? Which one would you go with?
You really don't think he wants attention? If he didn't want attention, why is he saying this is shit? Wake up wherever he goes. I'm not just talking about in his videos when he meets with fans. Eddie, tell us the line. Eddie, be the Eddie we want. And so if you think that Eddie is different from any other social media influencer out there, you are ridiculous. Just because he's over 60 with a gray beard doesn't mean he's any different from a teenager trying to be a social media influencer.
Because it's estimated that Eddie's making over £50,000 a month educating people in subjects that are not backed
Wow. Not educating people are not backed up in what? By science?
by science.
And so think of it.
What's not backed up by science? A natural diet is not backed up by science. Is educating people. But I know. The sugar diet's backed up by science, right? It's the most healthiest diet that's out there. Greg Doucette's death book is the most healthiest diet. Sure, yeah, okay.
Listening to Eddie, who's
Whatever.
a nurse he studied in the 1980s, perhaps. And does that make him qualified to understand talking about all foods are sugar? If you eat rice,
They are all sugar. What are you talking about?
if you eat an apple, banana, it's all sugar.
And don't forget toxins. They're all full of toxins. And the cellulose, which you can't digest. So, yeah.
It does the exact same thing. It's bad. Don't eat it. Is that the message that you want to give to your kids? You want them to avoid all sugar, including those in fruits and vegetables? What's next?
He even insists that the insulin hypothesis, which has been debunked, that insulin is the driver of weight gain, and that if you want to lose
Well, it is. Sugar is the driver of weight gain. Sugar is the driver of insulin of weight gain, yes.
weight, you need to control your insulin, not your calories. He debunks energy balance. He actually disputes that calories are not even a thing.
And so losing weight has nothing to do with
They're not a thing. Because if you're on your natural diet, you don't need to count any calories on a natural diet.
calories in, calories out. All you got to do is eat meat. And so because 95% of diets fail,
Yes.
you eat it up. I can't lose weight.
That's all you have to do is eat meat. Doesn't that meat look amazing? Damn.
I need to blame something. I'm going to blame carbs. And so the key
Look at that. That's natural diet. That's natural food, bro. You have to blame carbs. Carbs are sugar. That's just another sweet word, carbs. Like I just showed you, it's sugar.
keto dieters and the carnivore eaters of the world, they're loving it. Stop counting calories, control insulin. Well, guess what? If you control your insulin and you eat in a calorie surplus, you're going to gain weight. And if you don't control your insulin and you eat in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. And so, Eddie, you're 100% wrong. But yet, the people, they eat it up.
He's 100% right. What you're doing is promoting something unnatural, Greg. He's promoting something natural. So how the fuck can natural be wrong? You can't win the argument, Greg. You lose automatically. Something unnatural is not natural.
And so we're going to see in the comment section, all the people, Coach Greg, you're jealous. That just means you're an idiot. It doesn't mean I'm jealous. It means
Greg, let me ask you a question, and I wish you would answer this. Are your muscles natural? Are they natural or are they artificial? Do you carry artificial muscles? Are your muscles artificial? Yes or no? See what I mean? Now, your book, everything that you put in your book there, can it be found in nature? Can it be found in nature? Is it natural? Is it part of a human's natural diet in nature?
You're a fool, a buffoon, a moron. Remember old Coach Greg? What did old Coach Greg do? All my subs are morons. Remember that? You loved it. And so if
See, he called all you guys morons, all you subs. Haha, you loved it.
the shoe fits, put it on, lace it up real freaking humming tight.
Eddie goes head to head with thermodynamics, and there are millions of people that back him.
Zillow helped me land this Airbnb listing.
Back him because they're idiots.
Even Homer.
There are a million people that back him. But of course, according to that guy, they must be all idiots because they back the natural diet. Okay.
Simpson understands the laws of thermodynamics. It's Homer Simpson who doesn't understand anything other than the fact he likes donuts more than Will Tennyson.
In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
Now I get that Eddie's message is backed by well-meaning, but so is Liver King's.
Oh, but it's okay, Greg. He means well by it.
So is Liver King's. Yeah. Liver King is promoting a diet. It has nothing to do with his diet. You understand me? He's promoting some ancestral diet thing, meat, whatever. I don't know. He promotes, actually, he sells supplements, right? So I don't know. Is that natural? Not particularly. Is Eddie Abbew promoting supplements? Not that I know of. He promotes a natural diet. That's what we're arguing about here, aren't we? I mean, we are arguing about all these other things.
Liver King meant well, too. Remember the Liver King? He lied about all the substances he took.
Look what he's eating there, Liver King. And why is he showing that? He's obviously eating a natural diet right there.
But he had a message. I'm trying to decrease the rates of people trying to end their lives. Yeah, it's a
Wow, bone marrow. That's amazing for you, man. Bone marrow? Damn.
great message. But you're doing so by lying. And so does lying make it okay? Does falsely telling people everything to do, does that make it better? My opinion, with knowledge comes power. And
You're lying, Greg. You're on steroids. Look at you. You're a bodybuilder. You sold steroids. You do a bunch of stuff. You cheated at your events. They took away your records. And you're promoting an unnatural diet. And you're trying to convince people that an unnatural diet is healthy. So are you lying, Greg?
so you should be telling the people to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And what are the best ways to do that? Cardiovascular exercise, perhaps lifting weights, building muscle, and eating fewer calories. And so any way you can do all these things, preferably all of them, that's the best way to lose weight.
And I'm sure that thousands of lives, maybe even millions of lives, are better off with this content. They're probably eating better. They're probably having less ultra-processed foods, which has always been the main principle of what I preach.
And so does anyone...
That's what you preached? Ultra-processed foods? What about engineered foods, mister?
actually not already believe that you shouldn't eat a bunch of shit food? And by shit food, I mean ultra-processed junk, garbage, highly palatable things like chips and ice cream and candies and deep...
What about bread? You keep promoting, what is it, this anabolic French toast? That's shit too, Greg, but you eat that.
fried this and deep fried that, fast food, takeout, and so on. And let's add to that, you shouldn't drink a lot of alcohol. It's actually...
Have you seen the things that Greg makes in his oven and his cupcakes and cakes and this and that, whatever? It's all artificial shit too. And then he talks about how you shouldn't do it, but then he promotes it. This is bullshit.
Class 1 carcinogenic on the WHO, the World Health Organization. They deem it as like the worst kind of thing you can do. In comparison, it's way worse than, for example, Diet Pop could ever be.
Yes, but yet Greg drinks it, and Diet Pop's bad for you. It's artificial. It's fake.
Continue to add this list. Recreational drugs, probably you shouldn't be doing those. You probably shouldn't be staying up all night.
You probably shouldn't be, but Greg does them anyways. He does them anyways. You shouldn't be doing them, guys, but Greg does drugs anyways. He's still doing them. He's still a drug addict. And he's promoting an artificial diet.
You probably get quality night's rest. You probably shouldn't be all stressed out. And so does Eddie Abbew give bonus points for telling you what you already know? You already know all of this. And so, yay, Eddie. You told people what they already know. And then on top of that, what did he add on top of that? The things that you didn't already know? He confused the shit out of all of you. Fruit is bad. Can't have fruit. Have you not seen the memes? Guys that are not sure what to do. What are you going to do? Eat cardboard? Drink water? Can we drink water? Oh, it depends on what kind.
My biggest...
Yeah, we can drink natural water. Yeah, that's natural. Water's natural, Greg. Why? What about it?
gripe with Eddie is this. He seems to say that diet is everything. But I'd say there are 3 tiers that we need to prioritize when it comes to improving our health. Cardiovascular fitness, the amount of fat we have, the quality of our diet.
Notice, how often does...
No, you don't. All you have to do is focus on diet. And everybody who has, their bodies return to homeostasis.
Eddie talk about the fact that he abused performance-enhancing drugs. Did he in fact abuse them?
Exercise is unnatural. That's why your body always wants to return to what? Homeostasis. So when you stop eating an unnatural diet, you start eating natural food. Notice your body returns to what? Homeostasis. Get it? Because it's out of stasis. When you're doing these fucking artificial things.
Oh, let's not discuss how problematic that is. It is far worse. You know why Sam Sulik is going to have problems? It has nothing to do with what they might be taking behind the scenes. It's everything to do with their diet. You know, he's drinking chocolate milk. He's eating pizza. That's going to ruin his life. Really? Have you looked at his body? Does it...
Yeah, it's going to ruin his health over time. It's all sugar that he's eating. So what type of muscle is he building here? Is this myofibular growth or sarcoplasmic? Do you think that sugar builds myofibulars? No, it doesn't. Protein synthesis builds muscles. Protein builds muscles. Sugar doesn't build muscles, but they will build sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles, a different type. A phony type of muscle, really, and I mean really phony.
Look like he's not able to process those foods. Now, remember this. It's way more unhealthy to be morbidly obese and eat healthy foods than it is to be lean, fit, and in shape and eat junk food. You're going to doubt me on that? Of course you are. But I'm telling you, for a fact, when I go and do a 1,000 calorie bike race, burning 1,000 calories on the bike, do you really think that to be healthy, all those 1,000 calories need to come from meat and eggs? That if I replace those 1,000 calories by eating bananas during my bike race, perhaps drinking a sugary beverage that's going to be unhealthy, that I can't process sugar, what fuel source do you think that my body wants to have while racing on a bike? Do you really think that in the Tour de France, guys are going to be up the mountain starving? They had just burned off 5,000 calories in a bike race. They raced in 260 kilometers, and so you pass them a salad? No. Do you think they're going to give them a boiled egg and a piece of steak? No. They're giving him sugar. Sugar.
Yeah, we know that Eddie
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating sugar, though. It's fucking... Oh, man. Greg's fucking... What an a-hole.
can't really read or assess research papers or understand literature, but he's
How do you know what Eddie Abbew could do, dude? Man, this guy's just making up a bunch of shit. He's an asshole.
trying to save lives.
And so you all realize this, right? Like, you don't actually believe that Eddie actually researches all this stuff, that he's a scientist, that he's just reading all day long, that he's got his master's or PhD in nutrition or something, that he's just acquired all this information.
Yeah, people don't have any knowledge out there. They're born with instincts to survive. Eddie's going off his instincts. That's even better. Instincts to survive. That's how you learn things through your experiences in this world. That's how you learn, Greg.
That he's just done so much research that he just understands all of this. That he's decided that...
No human knows anything. Why do you think they have reports of NCBI? They do tests. If a human knew something, then they wouldn't have to fucking do all these goddamn PubMed and NCBI tests, you asshole. Get it? Because no human out there fucking knows anything. That's why they have to go to schools, fucking read other human beings' literatures, books, based on their experiences. See what I mean? They don't want to go out and learn on their own experiences. They want to read other people's experiences and think they can learn from their experiences. The truth is, you got to go create your own experiences and find out for yourself.
Hey, everything is shit, and that the best way to explain things is it's shit, wake hook up. And so when you ask...
Yes, anything that man makes is shit. Get it, dude?
What about it is shit? Can you describe this to a 6-year-old? Make them understand why it's bad.
Yes, I'll make them understand why it's bad, a 6-year-old. Okay, like you, Greg. You're 6 years old. So let me see, Greg, as I'm speaking to you. It's fake. Get it? Anything that man makes is garbage. Anything that's out in nature is real. That's it. That's it.
Shit. Could you describe this to Lane Norton or someone else with a PhD? It's shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really simple. It's shit. If it's fake, it's shit. If it's natural, real, it's good.
Not the same response you said to a 6-year-old as a guy with a PhD. Could you not explain it? Could you elaborate on this? This is shit. Doesn't really...
There's nothing to elaborate. Anything that is found in nature is natural, is good for you. Anything man-made is fake, is shit.
Define why it's so bad. I know you're saying you can't have a skim milk because you said that they add in more sugar into the skim milk and versus the
It's pasteurized. Are you talking about raw milk in nature, Greg, or pasteurized milk additive and sugar that they add to it?
homogenized milk, but they don't actually do that. And so, Eddie, can you tell me why skim milk is now bad for us, but that whole milk is better? Can you explain to us, could you give me a scientific reason as to
Notice how Greg never said raw milk? He just says it's all artificial stuff that's been processed or whatever, something done to it. Something that is artificially done to it. It's no longer the same state that it was in.
why I shouldn't be drinking skim milk?
He's doing this with people's best interests at heart, and I completely agree.
And so do you think that Eddie would like to save lives, to make people healthier and so on? Of course he does. Did you think I was going to say no? I believe that every person out there, they want to help people. No matter what they're doing, they would like to say, I've helped someone. I've helped them save their lives. I've helped them to lose weight, to feel better about themselves, to look better, to feel better. I believe that Eddie wants this for everyone. But in doing so, is he not misleading the population? Is he telling people more spews for more views? Is he in fact lying to achieve that benefit? And so
What is he lying about? That your natural diet is the best diet for you? How could that be a lie, Greg? What are you talking about? Are you trying to promote your death book?
is it not better to speak the truth, to tell people the honest truth about what you're saying?
Because if you support that notion,
Yes, he is telling the people the honest truth about what he's saying. That's all. Anything man-made is shit. Get it? What part did you not understand, people?
that's just a bit like agreeing with what the governments did in the pandemic when they claimed vaccines were a lot more safe than they actually were because it was in a bid to save lives.
Vaccines are artificial. Why would you inject yourself with anything artificial?
So if you believe that it's okay for Eddie to lie to...
You think people were injecting themselves hundreds of years ago with any of these artificial drugs and shit? Oh, I need a polio shot and all that. You think they injected themselves with all these weird things? Why are people getting polio? Because you're eating plants that have toxins in them. They're fucking up your DNA. You know, people never had those diseases before when they were on their natural diet. I'm talking when people were eating a raw natural diet in nature originally, before they even started to concoct cooking, pots and pans, and started cooking and making fancy dishes.
help people? Is it okay for anyone to do that? Can the government start lying to us? I mean, they would never lie to us, talking about certain things they've given us to it during a certain time of the year. You know, during Halloween, telling kids to wear masks, that you need to wear that will save everybody, that you need to stay home all the time, and that if you leave the house, it's going to somehow...
What the hell is he talking about? What does this have to do with eating a natural diet? I think this is just to brainwash all you people and confuse you. He's diverting your attention away to some weird thing that has nothing to do with a natural diet compared to a sugar diet. What's the difference between a natural diet and a sugar diet? Exactly that. That's all.
contribute to the end of the world. Do you want people to lie? Is that okay? I mean, after all, perhaps it is. I mean, don't we brainwash our children into a bunch of lies when they're growing up?
That's what you're doing. Yes, you have brainwashed people into a bunch of lies when they grow up as children. You fed them a slave diet. That's why. Get it? And now they've been brainwashed to believe that a slave diet is a good diet.
We teach them about certain things, you know, people that visit you in the middle of the night and so on. Do you not think we've conditioned people from an early age to believe nonsense, to believe lies? And so maybe it is okay. It's not for me to decide. I personally don't like the message he's creating. I'm not against him saying facts that he says, hey, you shouldn't eat junk food and so on. But when you say it's going to cure mental illness, when you say that it's not calories in, calories out, when you tell people that eating fruit, it's the same as anything else because it's sugar. I don't like it. And I'm going to make a video talk.
See, Greg doesn't like it. If you tell him it's sugar, Greg doesn't like it, so he's going to make a video. He's going to make a video. He's going to call this guy bad names and everything because Abbew is promoting, is actually putting out the word, telling you the truth that it's sugar.
About it because that is what I do. It's what I've done, it's what I did, and it's what I'm going to continue to do. And so if you don't like...
That's what he did, what he done, cheated taking steroids at these events and everything, lost his records, he sold steroids, he put fake steroids in there too, sold it, got caught, this, that. He's going to continue doing it, and he's injecting steroids now, and he will continue doing this and eating a sugar diet and promoting his death book and all his fake supplements so you can keep eating them harder than the last time.
it, you can unsubscribe. You can click the unsubscribe button and follow Eddie Abbew and join.
I would do that if I were you, man. I would unsubscribe to this dude. If I were all you, I'd unsubscribe right away, man. You people are fucking stupid to even subscribe to such an asshole like this guy. Jesus.
More like-minded.
It would be. The problem is natural. Look, these things natural is not really marketable. You understand me? There's not much there to market to you. If he was gonna, if Greg had to market a natural diet or you naturally lifting, you people wouldn't buy it up. You wouldn't buy it up. You wouldn't buy it up, man, because there's nothing much to put in the book. What's a natural diet? Animals. Okay. How do you make these animals? You don't eat them raw. You cut them and you eat them raw, and there you go. There's your natural diet. So what would his cookbook? What stand does his cookbook have? Nothing. Okay. What about exercise and lifting weights and all that? They're all unnatural. They don't exist in nature. So you understand me? There's nothing to sell. There's nothing to sell. So he's got to sell you on something. Do these artificial things, do these unnatural things like lifting weights, go to the gym, do exercises, keep busting your body and do a bunch of weird stuff, get hypoxia damage, whatever. Age yourself, accelerated aging, do cardio on a machine, Stairmaster, this, that, bicycle, whatever. And buy my phony cookbook and eat these fucking crazy weird foods that are all artificial. Get it, bro, man? You understand me? Something real and natural is not marketable, so he has to market all this artificial shit to you to do all these fucking crazy things. Because all of you are crazy too. All of you are crazy because you were brought up on a slave diet. All you slaves out there are brought up on a slave diet, and he's the slave master, and he's controlling all you slaves now. Because all of you slaves, he's like the Pied Piper, leading you mice down the path of destruction. But you all people are too stupid to see that. That's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of these big channels. They're all being deceived, but they just don't realize it. They're so drawn to this artificial shit.
Individuals. But if you agree with what I'm saying, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell button. Do it now.
If you can be dishonest, as long as people's best interests are at heart, where does that stop? You then open a door to a place that we don't want to go.
So my girlfriend says, I'm looking fat in these jeans, and you know she is. Are you supposed to say, nope, you look so skinny in those jeans, they're the best jeans ever? Or should you be honest? I personally believe you should be honest. My friends tell me one of my best qualities and my worst is...
So be honest, Greg. Tell the truth. That you can't, there's no... The whole bodybuilding thing, the muscles and everything, it's fake. Everything you're doing is fake. The book is fake. Your supplements and everything. That's why you're promoting supplements, because people can't build muscles. They reached an MND size limit, but you don't want to tell people that they've reached an MND size limit. See, here's the thing. Here's what Greg doesn't want to tell all you people out there. This is the problem with all you people out there. You don't really see this. So this is called myonuclear domain size limit. Muscles have an MND size limit, a myonuclear domain limit. MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by satellite cell to what? To support further muscle growth. See what I mean? But he doesn't want you to know that. Greg doesn't want you to know that. So that's why Greg is selling you these when you reach that MND size limit, he's selling you all these tablets and pills and powders and cookbooks.
Is that I'm brutally honest, that I don't have tact.
See, he's brutally honest. If he was so brutally honest, why doesn't he bring up the truth? Why doesn't he tell you that muscles have a myonuclear domain size limit? If he's so honest, you people watching him, you minions, his viewers or whatever you people are, I don't know. Why doesn't he tell you about what that is? Why doesn't he explain that to you, that muscles have an MND size limit? Yeah, they reach a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the progenitor cell, the satellite cell, can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support what? Further muscle growth. So why doesn't he tell you if he's so honest?
And so I'm, in fact, I believe the opposite of Eddie Abbew.
I know. You think that the supplements are going to get you over that MND size limit? It says the progenitor is beyond where it can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. So if you buy his supplements and you eat his food, his cookbooks, and do all these weird things, do you think that that's going to bypass MND size limit? See what I'm trying to explain to you? Do you think that's going to bypass it? Do you think that steroids bypass MND size limit? A steroid itself bypasses it?
Eddie Abbew just says whatever he feels like saying to make him look cool. And it's working. And no, I'm not jealous. I'm perfectly okay with
Think about it. Why is he taking steroids, but you're not? And he's promoting all these things. What would Greg be without his steroids? Nothing. He'd be nobody. He'd be nothing. The steroids are what made him. He's not self-made. The steroids made him, because without him, he couldn't compete on stage. He'd be nobody on stage. They'd laugh at him. They'd laugh him off the stage, right? You know that. It's a manlet. And so everything that he's doing here, it's all based on steroids, drugs. It's the drugs that got him here.
people being much more popular than me, guys like Chris Bumstead, The Rock. I'm not jealous of these people. It's fantastic that they're very...
He is jealous of all these people. He's jealous of anybody that's better than him, that's taller than him and better. That's not a manlet.
Popular. It's okay. I've gotten 100 times more popular than I need to be. I'm very grateful.
He's also jealous of people that can actually do it naturally. That's why he does the natty or not videos, because he's jealous of people that can do it naturally. And if they do it naturally, well, if they did do it naturally, they must be on drugs. Because what he's not telling you is this: you reached an MND size limit. He knows that. He knows that science, that it reached an MND size limit. So none of you can build any more muscle, because the progenitor is not supporting any more muscle growth. Get it? To further that domain, to further muscle growth. Get it? To support further muscle growth. It's not donating any more extranuclei. You guys, it's beyond during hypertrophy process. So what exactly is he doing here? See what I mean? You people are all fooled.
Very happy.
His stances on things are a lot less polarizing. But unfortunately, that doesn't bang millions of views. The further you go from the objective truth, the easier it is to get people as part of your cult, and therefore...
This guy looks very ordinary. He looks very ordinary. I don't even know. I don't think he's on drugs. I can't really tell. It's dark here. He's in a dark shirt. Maybe he's a drug addict too. Who the hell knows? It looks like he's got a beer there, right? What is that, a beer or some fake drink?
Made lots of money from it.
He can't just speak the truth or read the literature correctly. He has to say things that are way more controversial. Imagine if he had said, hey...
He doesn't have to read or do anything. He's simply telling you, eat your natural diet. What's wrong with that?
All carbs are the same, except you can eat fruits. Those are okay. But I think that rice and breads and pastas, they all end up as glucose in the body. And so, to me, they're all the same thing.
They are the same thing. I just read it in the beginning of this video. I showed it to everybody. It is the same thing.
Imagine if he had said that. Would have had way less views.
Oh my God.
But the fact that he included fruit as part of everything is sugar.
Yeah, and that fruit is engineered by man. It can't be found in nature, these engineered fruits that you find at the market. If they were to take the stuff in nature and bring it in the store, you wouldn't buy any of it. So they have to engineer stuff.
Makes it more controversial. I'm making a video about him. And so he's literally playing 4D chess with all of us. Same as I do. Playing 4D chess. We know what you want. We know you need the clickbait title. We know you need to compare Eddie Abbew to the Liver King to make you watch the video. And so if you're interested in any of the supplements, remember code Greg50.
See, if you're interested in any supplements right away, he's a pusher. That's what he's pushing. You think these supplements are going to get you over MND size limit? You think that's going to get you over MND size limit? Remember, I told you there's two types of hypertrophy. There's myofibrillar growth, and then there's sarcoplasmic. What is sarcoplasmic? A type of artificial muscle growth. What is it? What is it based on? An energy source, ATP. It's based on carbohydrates. For every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water drawn between skin and muscle into the muscle. And so you could build a lot of these phony muscles as a natural, you can build them, and as a guy on steroids, you can build these artificial sarcoplasmic muscles. They even promote sarcoplasma training and everything. It's on the internet, it's on NCBI, it's everywhere. They promote it everywhere. They tell you sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is an artificial muscle growth. It's fluid in the muscles, whatever. It's just so you could present and pretend that you have muscles and stuff. It doesn't add to any physical strength. So there you go.
15% off. We have creatine. It's half price. That has the most evidence to support that it does in fact.
But I will tell you that sugar will increase your lifts in the gym because it's a drug. Sugar is a drug, really. It's from plants. Plants are drugs. All plants are drugs, man. The steroids are made from plants and everything. They're all drugs. And so they will help you lift heavier weights. You probably would not even realize that. They're even packed with some hormones. A lot of these vegetables, engineered vegetables and things, they've got hormones in them. Yeah. And so you probably think it's all you, but it's nearly not all you. It's the plants that you're eating and the sugar and everything that is driving a lot of the strength. That forced production, should I say, not physical strength, because you're not building muscle. I'm talking about that forced production and adaptation in a forced production. That's increasing, that is enhancing your forced production. The sugar diets, carbohydrates. That's what it does. That's why a lot of these guys complain. They say, well, I don't eat a lot of carbs, I feel weak. Yeah. When they don't eat enough carbs some days, they come into the gym and they complain, well, yesterday I could squat 500, but today I could barely do 250. Well, you could barely do 250 a lot of the times is because you're not eating enough of this, the drugs, the sugar drugs. Get it? To lift that heavy weight. You eat less of it or some shit. So it went down. And a bunch of other things.
Work. How can you go wrong? 50% off sale on creatine, and I'm telling you, if I had to choose these more effective than creatine, you may or may not believe me, you may or may not have read the studies or the science, you may not have tried it, but if you were to try Acti Builder, Turk Builder, GO2 Max, and compare it to creatine, and the fact is you're trying to get better results, for example, on the bike, or to have more muscle, more stamina, look better, to be able to train harder than last time, you can believe me, you cannot believe me, I'm just telling you the truth, I'm telling you what I think, and so if you're interested in these products, click
yes, you can believe them or not believe them, believe in the truth, yes.
the link in the description, code Greg, 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. There's a couple of bloops you can watch that would be
sure, a couple of bloops.
Very helpful. Remember, don't forget to unsubscribe if you don't like what I'm doing. If you're interested in a free training program,
I'm not interested in free programs, whatever. Unsubscribe, man. That's what I do. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Helps with the algorithm. That was interesting, man. Greg's such a bullshitter.